Hello and welcome everyone to this Super Mario Odyssey race. We've got MiiWii versus LilKirbs 14. I am Scotch and Tie Guy. You can call me Scotch. In the booth with me is Troy of Athens. How you doing, man?
Good. You can call me Troy.
Now we got this, start of season 2, having a blast so far. I mean, you've seen a couple of the races. How are you feeling about this season 2 start?
I feel like we're gonna see some very interesting races throughout the entire season, and this day alone has definitely been a huge testament to that. Just like showing us just how interesting it can get and how close it can get. We had a PB today, someone PB'd by a full 10 seconds.
Well, that's a heck of a start to the season. We've got the countdown in the back. Guys are setting up for that DSTA. Very excited for these two guys. MiiWii and LilKirbs, both very, very reputable racers in Super Mario Odyssey. So it's sure to be a good race.
Yeah, this is a live one. This is not pre-recorded. This is entirely live. So we're gonna have some fun here.
And as you see the countdown on those timers, we should have the start. And we're off into Cap Kingdom. Quick little sync up for you.
Yep.
On timer. And we are off. Just a little bit of rolling movement.
Yeah.
Couple of jumps here and there, but nothing too crazy in this Cap Kingdom.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be time to talk about the racers a little bit, and I feel MiiWii is, being one of the new players in this league, is certainly someone to consider. Like, he's kind of going to be the underdog of the season. And so, if you like rooting for an underdog, MiiWii's the person to pick.
Starting off, a couple of small mistakes here and there on MiiWii's side. So just slightly behind as they get that bridge up. Quick frog movement here. As we have this time, just to let you know about those commands in chat, ! schedule for the full schedule of everything that GSA has going on, ! bracket to see where all your favorite runners are at. LilKirbs moving that left side, MiiWii following suit. Doing a nice job there on LilKirbs' side. Gonna take on Topper now.
Yeah, MiiWii did actually have a little bit of trouble in the frogs room. Not quite able to get one of the frog vectors correctly, and ended up having to redo that jump entirely. So that did cause a little bit of a gap here, but not too substantial. Of course, we are still talking about just the first kingdom in the game. Yes, this race is entirely live. This is not a pre-recorded race that we're commentating over. This is happening live in front of you.
Grabbing this first moon. We don't skip this one anymore. 1.3. That version these guys are playing on. Do you suspect that they'll go for this that chest clip?
Probably not. LilKirbs, just not quite fighting for every second like he was when he was trying to get to Bauer. Now he's just kind of chilling with what he's got. And MiiWii I don't know if he has even considered that quite yet as a potential time save, because considering it's so minor, like there's no need to even pick it up quite yet.
Making their way over to Madame Brutal. Only time we see her at all in this any percent, because we skip over her in the Moon Kingdom.
Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure, like, I've tried, like, ever since, like, you do that, I've seen people do these runs and then, like, way later go back to do the Moon Cave and, like, they just have no idea how to face the second Madame Brutal boss fight. They've just never done it. It's like...
You're so used to that, doing certain things, that you forget about the other stuff that's going on in the game.
Right.
Well, pretty simple Madame Brutal fight. 3, oh, MiiWii. Taking a little scenic route to get to that multi-moon.
Yeah, just little movement errors going on MiiWii's part that are causing the difference that we're seeing currently.
LilKirbs going for the chest clip.
That looks good.
Oh! Quite unfortunate missing that chest clip, but we'll maintain that lead. MiiWii playing it safe, going over.
Yeah, just a little bit too low for Kirbs. So close that I was fooled.
Yeah, that clip saves, well, I think about a second, if I'm correct. If you're able to get it, but obviously if you're not able to get it, it does lose you a bit of time. And heading now into Sand Kingdom. A couple of interesting things here. If you haven't seen some of the updated stuff, DSTA in particular, but a lot of clips and movement that has been removed since 1.3 came out. You know, 1.3 takes away a lot of tricks that we can do, but is faster overall just simply because of load times. So that's why we stay on that.
When it was discovered and there was so much talk going on, like it actually, just by the way, in case people aren't really familiar, 1.3 came out during PACE. And so there was, and I was there, and it was so much fun, just like having everyone walk in the day 1.3 came out, and we're all just like discussing it, and every, you know, like every SMO runner just walking in one after another, and we're all just telling them 1.3, the new patch is faster, by the way, and people are just like, what? No way, because we didn't think that was ever gonna be a thing.
Well, we see LilKirbs setting up for that DSTA, daylight savings time.
Just the concept of the Switch overclocking loads just sounds like a meme.
Well, and it blows my mind
what
that
happens.
It blows my mind how long, well, quote unquote, how long it took for us to figure it out. It wasn't even like a 1.3 thing. It's just something that, oh, hey, by the way, we can do this.
What do you mean? Oh, the DSTA skip?
Yep.
Yeah, no, that DSTA completely exists in 1.0. It just, you know, we just happened to discover it right around the same time that 1.3 was released.
Well, it just goes to show how, like, many things we are yet to discover here in Super Mario Odyssey. Nice movement over the icicle there to the top. A little bit difficult movement. Got to be very careful there. Going for this dram now on LilKirbs side should be good. MiiWii doing the same.
Ooh, not able to get the dram though.
Yeah, so he'll lose a little bit of time, but LilKirbs, big bonk.
Ooh. Gonna have to go for a backup moon here. Gonna have to go, yeah, gonna have to go underneath here to the quicksand.
Not really sure what happened there. Did his rocket run out?
I think that's what happened.
He was far off from that pillar.
Yeah.
So MiiWii being able to make up a considerable amount of time. It's pretty much synced up now.
Yeah,
MiiWii with a
MiiWii
slight lead.
Yeah, MiiWii technically with the lead right now, but it's not gonna be anything significant.
Interesting development here. Going for this Jaxie skip now. Now, what's going to be important here is if MiiWii's watching, he'll know that he's got the lead. Could affect his play here, knowing that, you know, LilKirbs is just behind him.
Yeah, nerves are always a thing to consider, but I honestly feel like MiiWii has definitely has the experience with that. I feel like the thing that has brought MiiWii into the league is just his ability to deal with nerves in general. Like, the fact that he was able to come into this league at all is a precedent to that.
Oh, look at this sink. Wow. So
Yeah,
LilKirbs.
LilKirbs able to get the single spin throw while MiiWii was had to spend a little bit of time in the Notes Moon, allowing LilKirbs to catch up and get that sink that we all saw just then.
Oh, look. Yeah. Well, globing around 1022, 1023 on both sides of the screen. It seems that up through now, LilKirbs just movement-wise a little bit cleaner. Big reason why he is able to reclaim this minute lead for the time being, heading into Lake. Now, LilKirbs went for chest clip. Do we expect him to go? Both these guys go for Lake clip.
Definitely expect Curbs to go for it. I'm not so sure about MiiWii. It's certainly a possibility. I know that once, MiiWii definitely has been practicing and grinding ever since he got into the league at this point. Like, he knows that he has some competition ahead of him, so he knows that he has to really practice to have a chance this season. So it might have been a trick that he picked up along the way.
Well, this would be the spot right here if they were going to go for it. And both these guys are going to set up for it. It's all going to be about who gets it first.
Yeah. And the stream's actually having some problems at the very moment when we need it most. LilKirbs is ending up to get the Lake clip first, although both players having quite a bit of trouble with it. Both of them taking quite a long time to get the Lake clips, honestly.
Yeah,
some fake clips happened, and overall,
a little sketchy. A little sketchy. Oh, bonk. There. Wow, I didn't realize you could bonk on that.
I said before, it's easier to bonk with fish than it is on dry land.
We're moving around now with this Cheep in the Lake Kingdom, obviously much faster than if you were just using Mario. Running behind, and we'll head on out of here into Wooded. Very important nut clip to essentially at the very start of Wooded. We'll determine the route for that kingdom. Well, pretty good racing so far. Again, if you're at all interested in everything that GSA has going on, exclamation point schedule. The schedule is completely filled up. So if there's this particular race that you want to watch, it's probably on there already. So make sure to check that out. Know when those races will go live into Wooded now. And LilKirbs having a little difficulty with the bunny there. And MiiWii able to grab that bunny moon just a little bit quicker than him.
LilKirbs not going for tree route. Well, MiiWii is actually going to go for it. I wasn't fully expecting him to do it, but I saw the camera angle happening, and there it was.
And so we will see a little bit of route differentiation to a degree. Nothing too major, though. LilKirbs getting that nut clip very nicely. MiiWii will need to set up for his.
Oh, wow, Kirbs. Going for the BTT strats on the nut clip there, on that strat. It is technically faster to stay on the rail and roll on that, but that is very difficult to stay on top of.
MiiWii taking his time. Oh, he's clipped out of bounds. Playing it safe. Uh-oh. MiiWii taking a little bit of a fall. Resetting up. LilKirbs moving right along. It'll be important to see this movement right here from LilKirbs.
Yeah, able to do flower road skip, no problem. And MiiWii not having to do the story moon at all. Not having to worry about jumping onto that piranha plant.
Yeah, gonna be getting that little mini cutscene. Saving him a couple seconds over LilKirbs. Very nice pace on both sides of the screen, though.
Yeah, MiiWii isn't that far behind of LilKirbs, honestly.
And that's been the nice thing is, you know, we haven't seen any major mistakes from him. Obviously, taking the option for that tree route might help him out a little bit. LilKirbs going into this side area now, into the pipe. Very important that you stay on this cycle as you move through here. Don't want to take any damage at the end. Really nice there from LilKirbs. MiiWii will need to replicate that to the best of his ability.
Yeah. I wasn't fully paying attention. He just went for the normal cycle skips, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, no one goes for fastest cycle. Scotch, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but pretty much the easiest way to tell is if people are trying to do spin pounds. The fastest cycle entails doing spin pounds in a 2.5D section. Which is ridiculous.
Insanely difficult, yeah. Well, heading into Metro, but just before that, gonna take on...
Yeah, I know, it's only half a cycle. It's not technically a full cycle, but you know what I mean, okay?
gonna have to get technical up in here.
Yeah, people are saying, oh, yeah, actually, it's not, it's not a fast cycle. I know, I understand it's not a full cycle, but you know what I mean. Faster movement. In a cycle-based room, therefore it's a faster cycle.
Well, here we go. Bowser fight. Making sure to aggro him over so that you don't get as much movement from him. Pretty straightforward and simple, though. Couple more plugs for you guys. If you guys might have noticed that Golf Clash exclamation point Onyx in the chat. If you already signed up for it, you can claim some Onyx points. Once you get 500 points, you can get a free sub to any Twitch stream that you would like. Obviously, we'd love for you to use that subscription here at GSA. Help us out and help us, fund everything that we do here. LilKirbs into Lost Kingdom. This is a tricky one.
Able to get through it. LilKirbs doing some pretty good movement there for the butterfly.
That was a really nice throw.
Oh! Okay. Kirbs not quite able to get the rolls there.
Yeah, a little sketchy. But able to hold on to this lead.
MiiWii failing the triple jump. Gonna be able to still recover and get a Cappy return. Was looking a little bit low. I got kind of scared there at the end.
Well, is it narrowly... you gotta be careful with these ledges. For whatever reason,
yeah.
Super Mario Odyssey, when you go into a dive, it's not very forgiving on those ledges.
Yeah. And it's possible on any ledge to clip into that ledge. It is a pixel perfect trick that you don't want to happen.
A nice up throw there from LilKirbs.
Yeah.
Getting out of Lost 2213 Globe.
Kirbs pulling out all of the stops right now.
More bonks from MiiWii. Just weird movement errors that we've seen so far. Oh no! And taking really unfortunate death there. What happened there, Troy?
He just didn't time the triple jump correctly, and he tried. He dived for it and was just a bit too early, and so it just ended up he bonked on the tree there. I'm not sure where he's going right now. Oh, okay. Triggering Klepto just in case. That's a good thing to do right there. not actually necessary, considering you can do these 2 moons without triggering Klepto, but it definitely is some good safety. Especially since if you were to step foot on that bridge right there, you would trigger Klepto, but you know, there are ways.
Well, with that death, MiiWii is well over a minute behind, so LilKirbs with the secure lead. Good question in chat. Goomba Heck. Doesn't look like we're gonna get one from LilKirbs.
Yeah.
Maybe from MiiWii.
I'm also, because of curse words and stuff, I also call this one, I typically just call this fast cycle as well.
Try to avoid.
This one I actually believe is a cycle skip. So.
Well, very nice Night Metro from LilKirbs. Just gotta take on this Mecha Wiggler.
Garuya cycle. I'm gonna get you that one works too, yeah. I definitely respect the abilities of Garuya. Unfortunately, that he's not able to play in this league, of course, because of time zones and whatnot. It's it's still very difficult for him to participate. Even with the freedoms of schedules that we give him, that he would have been given, it's just tough.
No Goomba Heck at all here in this race. A little unfortunate because it's such an interesting move, but LilKirbs, wow, really nice Mecha Wiggler fight there. Taking some really clean shots. Korea, the man in chat. When he hears his name called, he is beckoned into the Twitch stream.
Yeah. We were talking about your strats, Guria.
Well, MiiWii doing his best here with this Wiggler fight as well. Gonna need some significant mistakes on LilKirbs' side. Going for this quick dram to start out Metro, though. Pretty simple. Very successful.
I wish I had that emote to join in this wall. I didn't get any of the Pride emotes from July, and it disappoints me greatly. MiiWii having a bit of an awkward cycle. I think, yeah, this is looking...
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, he's still able to pull that off.
Wow, what a save there on that Wiggler fight on MiiWii's side.
I got very concerned, especially since one of those nodes was actually being overlapped, so it was partially unlikely. Like, it was very, scary. It was very hard to tell if it was gonna actually hit that section or not. LilKirbs is gonna be going for the slots moon and the bullet building strat. We'll see if MiiWii is able to go for it. What MiiWii chooses, rather.
LilKirbs bullet building. We've seen some runs get a little tough in this section. All about this cycle. LilKirbs showing it off, though, having zero problems with it. And MiiWii taking his time with that scoot clip. You know, I never realized how simple that scooter clip was really, until I tried it casually and I was able to get it like within 5 minutes. LilKirbs picking up that hint art in the pool. Good for that coin count.
Yep.
And he will head into the people's room to finish this up.
And LilKirbs will be able to globe in a sub 30. Not quite a fade out in sub 30, but I think globing sub 30 counts for something.
Yeah, nice 29, 52, 53 on his side. MiiWii going to be getting to the top of this skyscraper. Before that, jumping right over to this.
Yeah,
random trash
30-13.
can. But yeah, I mean, halfway through the race now, LilKirbs. I mean, what kind of pace are we talking about right now?
Fast.
Well,
I don't know. I'm not that good at predicting.
Snow Kingdom. A couple important things here. First of all, very important, we go talk to Toad. This is like isn't this one of the few only, I'm pretty sure this is like one of the only Toads that we talk to in any percent.
This is the only Toad we talked to.
I wasn't 100% sure, but I wanted to say the only, but... Oh, MiiWii having a little difficulty with the people's room. Grabbing that switch.
At one point, the Metro Toad was considered, but it is no longer a possibility. It's pretty much ruled out completely. Unless we're talking about two-player.
Well, like I said, a couple important things here. Like I said, grabbing Toad, but then we've got that Snowdram at the very end. Looks like he's setting up for this clip.
Looks alright. Yeah, able to get that.
MiiWii heading out around 32-13.
Kirbs getting a good spiny pattern too. Kirbs not really giving MiiWii any chances here.
Well, he's been just playing so well. I mean, other than a couple.
Oh my God, MiiWii! Look at that! Wow.
Not getting any of the snow out of the way, just talking to Toad straight through the snow.
Yeah, MiiWii letting Toad keep his home. That is the true competition that matters. Are we gonna let Toad survive or not? Oh. Okay. Maybe finally able to get this moon.
Well, LilKirbs just about done here. MiiWii setting up for this clip as well.
Not able to get it there, unfortunately.
Fortunately, it doesn't save too much time, but regardless, MiiWii
Yeah,
not able
just
to get
around a
it.
second.
Yeah. Oh, LilKirbs. Oh, MiiWii. Wow. Very
Yeah,
nice
still
save
able
on
to get it
MiiWii's
there.
side.
Yeah, recognizing that the triple jump still is high enough, but it won't get you onto the taller part of that platform. Well, so he did opt to hit the lower part of the wood. Kirbs able to pull off the snowdram, no problems.
Heading out of the snow into the sun here at Seaside.
Yeah.
MiiWii's got to be careful there. You know, that Goomba can't just run off the edge.
Yeah.
And we've seen it before, so MiiWii needed to be careful there. Fortunately, not having that happen.
Yeah, it's some weird programming that goes on there with that Goomba. From what I can tell, from what I've seen, that Goomba kill itself, it really does seem to be like the longer you allow the Goomba to walk off, like to walk towards the wall, the ledge, because yeah, there is some programming in there that like is supposed to prevent the Goomba from falling off, but I guess there's just like a little bit, so you know, the longer you allow the Goomba to try to walk off the ledge, the more likely it is to happen. So the moment you see it happening, you should probably stop it.
Well, LilKirbs going to be grabbing Cheap here. Going to hold on to him for pretty much the rest of Seaside. Important for this Seaside clip.
Mm.
Um,
It is for the rest of Seaside.
And one of the arguably easier clips here in the game.
As we say that, MiiWii able to pull off the snowdram.
Really nice snow. Yeah, good snowdram. Looking around 36-39. LilKirbs going to be activating these little leaflets. Grab this mood and head on over for that clip that I was talking about. No problems there. Just gotta make sure not to clip back in right here.
And yeah, Curve's pretty much a full Seaside Kingdom ahead right now.
You know, it's tough on MiiWii's side. You've got, I mean, yeah, those ledges are just so difficult here in Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah. But I don't think that's what you were gonna say. So
I was gonna
what were you
say, I was gonna say that LilKirbs, you know, he's just been playing. I mean, other than Sand having a couple of difficulties there early, he's been playing very cleanly. Kind of what you expect out of him to a certain degree, but now heading over into luncheon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to play against the consistency that is Curbs. MiiWii's, just ultimately, like, just dealing with what I consider just a lot of, like, understandable errors that have just piled up together into a single run. Meanwhile, Curbs having maybe some minor mistakes, but overall, not much anything that you can notice.
Nice movement on top of the sand there. Start of luncheon.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the big thing on MiiWii's side that we've noticed, minor mistakes piling up on top of themselves.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people talk about, what's worse, a big mistake that if you taking a death or something like that, versus minor mistakes like bonks here and there. Oftentimes you talk to runners and they say they hate the small mistakes more than the big mistakes.
Yeah.
But nice little Spewert fight on LilKirbs' side.
Yeah, people like to talk about, like, the thinking that MiiWii might not have much of a chance generally just because of the PB difference that he has. And honestly, I see that, and I do want to... Is he not clipped back in bounds? Okay, we're fine. Oh, he did!
Yeah, really unfortunate clipping back in. Gonna have to talk to the Sphinx.
It's answer number 4. Number 4.
Oh, he picked the wrong one!
No. Yeah, it is 4. Okay. I was double check. I was like, maybe MiiWii knew better than I did for a second. No, it is number 4. Okay.
So maybe just accidentally clicking that third one instead of the fourth one, maybe not knowing the answer. But LilKirbs, a little bit of a hiccup there heading up to the top of that mountainside here at the start of luncheon. Oh, a couple more hiccups.
But yeah, as I was saying, MiiWii does have quite a bit of ground to make up here, and it's something that a lot of people are definitely is what people are expecting out of MiiWii. But I definitely think that he has a good shot, and MiiWii does realize the situation. He is, of course, going to be trying very hard to show his worth, and it is definitely needed. The way I've kind of been thinking about it. Is this Cinderella story going on? Like, he got his wish, he's in the league, but it's the clock has struck midnight. You're in the league now, and now you got to prove yourself.
Well, and the nice thing about these leagues and the way that they're set up is that anyone can beat anyone. It's not like it's not like one guy is going to be like for sure undefeated the entire way through. I mean, we saw it in the SM64 community. Races that we thought that Cheese was for sure going to win, he took a couple of losses last season. And it's the same way in Super Mario Odyssey for sure. LilKirbs isn't bulletproof, and MiiWii certainly has the ability to cause some havoc. So while this race is a tough race for MiiWii, it's not an indicator of this is how he's going to be all season long.
Yeah. As I was saying at the start, if you want to root for an underdog, MiiWii is your guy.
While grabbing this turtle dude, throwing some pots and pans. Not sure how pots and pans break Cheese, but Super Mario Odyssey, not for me to question.
I think you could probably slice Cheese with a pan.
A giant block of cheese with a cast iron skillet.
It depends on the cheese. Some are softer than others. Like a block of cheddar, obviously I don't think you're going to be able to cut with the pan, but maybe some brie.
That's fair. That's good.
Like one of the
argument.
softer cheeses.
Yeah. Well, LilKirbs almost done here in luncheon. MiiWii pretty much just starting it out.
I could talk about cheese for a while. And no, I'm
Really?
not just talking about the Twitch streamer, although I could probably talk about him for a bit too.
Yeah.
Not
MiiWii,
as long as I could talk about regular cheese. You know, the cheese I can eat.
MiiWii had nice movement there. We saw LilKirbs a couple mistakes on that movement up to that kind of mountainside, but MiiWii able to do it very cleanly. LilKirbs finishing up. Going to be heading out of lunch in just a moment. Well, LilKirbs out of luncheon now. Before taking on Bowser, we're going to be heading into Ruined. Now, this is a pretty standard fight. We don't see too many mistakes out of these runners. You just avoid a couple of shock waves. Do a couple, pull a couple of those spikes and do a couple ground pounds, and we're pretty much done. But while we have the time, exclamation point schedule to see the full schedule of everything that GSA has going on. Exclamation point bracket. See where your favorite runners are at, who they had to go up against. Exclamation point merch. For the merch, we've got shirts and hoodies. Really nice, clean looks.
Speed. Bag.
Check that out. Exclamation point YT and exclamation point YouTube for the YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe. We've got clips on there as well as all the reruns if you've missed a race or if you just want to rewatch something. I'm always rewatching races to get better at the commentary in particular, but also just to get excited about races that are coming up and see where these runners are at and how they did last season. Make sure to check that out. And then, of course, we've got the Onyx, exclamation point Onyx. Get some points there. Play some fun little games. Support us here at GSA. And also, if you collect enough points, you get a free sub. Use that on any Twitch stream that you would like to subscribe with. But, of course, we would love it if you used it on us. Help support us out. That'd be great.
Speed.
And, of course, the speed back. MiiWii just about done here with luncheon. LilKirbs finishing up that dragon. Going to be heading into Bowser's Kingdom now. So MiiWii making up a little bit of time in luncheon. Just a little over 2 minutes behind. We are now heading into Bowser's on Curbs' side. Last Kingdom.
He still has to fight the dragon.
Yeah. And Bowser's last kingdom, though, that will be collecting any moons at all.
Yep.
And you've got Moon, and the big thing with Moon is just movement, getting across the moon, and then of course you've got that those wall kicks that you got to take care of. Curbs sitting pretty comfy. We're gonna be taking on this dragon. Gotta avoid those rotodiscs. Nice movement there. Oh, taking a bonk though.
I wouldn't consider that nice movement, but it was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah, he managed to pull off a chaos dive at one point there. It was a lot. It was a lot of flubs that happened on there. But overall, he's had nice movement. Just that one particular spot, I would have said was honestly some trouble. Yeah, it did look like quite a bit of input drops were happening there, probably.
Now, we'll be grabbing a Pokio here in just a moment. Shards, though.
Yep, gotta get a couple shards before we go for them. Before we go for any Pokeos. Quite a few shards.
Yeah.
And a brutal fight. Or two.
MiiWii finishing up that dragon fight, though. We'll be heading out of Rune in just a moment and joining Kirbs in Bowser's. Now here's the big question. Harriet first or Topper first?
I don't know. Good Bowser's ramp. I know that much. Got Harriet first and LilKirbs.
Harriet's out in chat if you are a supporter of this philosophy from Kirbs.
I'll stay neutral for now.
Commentator confusing everyone in chat.
I'm just gonna stay neutral.
Chat confirming that MiiWii flips a coin to decide where he's going, whether Topper or Harriet.
And MiiWii going for the Pokio Dram strats.
Very nice. Well, LilKirbs taking care of Topper. A little bit of a fake sync to a certain degree there.
Yep, different storymans. Talked about this with Robbie last game. If you just pay attention to the Japanese characters, you can tell that there are different moves.
LilKirbs almost done here before taking on this Mecha Brutal. Obviously a very important fight for this run.
Nope.
Oh.
Come on. There it is. Gotta get that second shard.
Yeah, Cappy, I believe, hones in on those shards in particular. But if you're not close enough, obviously, you're not going to be able to get it.
There is something known as the homing priority of Cappy. There are some if there are things nearby, there are certain, like if there are multiple choices, the Cappy does have different priorities of what it will go towards. I believe anything capturable is the the highest priority, and
Yeah.
after that is coins. So it's like
Well-
really strange.
LilKirbs having a little difficulty getting on top of this mecha.
Maybe we'll get there anyway.
Had to go for it like 3 times, 3 attempts there to scale to the top.
Still fine for now. Able to stay on top. Yep, and we'll be waiting now, doing some first-person spamming while waiting for the instability to drop off of Mech Brutal.
MiiWii going for carry first as well. So no difference in philosophy here in Bowser's Kingdom. I want to get to see that. Not today. LilKirbs, nice mecha fight. Able to recover that first part of the fight.
Target acquired.
Target is definitely acquired.
People asking if sub hour is gone? Yeah. It's not possible. This is a 100 pace. It's still really good pace.
Yeah, heading out at a 55.07 globe. LilKirbs with those 124 moons. Nice yellow balloon. Beautiful to see as we finish up this game.
Oh. MiiWii doing a value dive there.
Yeah, really unfortunate when you get those, you know, you want to hit Cappy, but you're just a little too far to one side.
Yep.
Even casually, that's frustrating.
Yeah, value dives typically don't happen that much in casual play. You just more of get actual mistakes. So, whoops, dived in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Bounce. There's a bit of a difference.
LilKirbs, nice rolls here. Gonna grab these flowers. Gonna boost right over this canyon.
Didn't even vector there. Interesting choice. Oh! LilKirbs is gonna fall down on the dive back over the moon gap.
It looked like he had it. Not sure what happened there as far as, you know.
He
his
just
movement
dived in the wrong
back.
direction.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
It almost looked like he just at the last second kind of pulled just a little too far left. It was kind of weird. But obviously missing it. MiiWii taking care of the
Actually, he didn't die there.
Brutals. Yeah, thankfully. Into this final battle with Bowser. Doing those nice little beautiful spins. We're gonna be heading up into the moon. just a moment. Curbs. Now I'm going to be finishing it up here. Obviously not on sub-hour pace.
Nope.
But definitely possibility of a 100.
Nope.
101. Cutting it close, but very nice race overall. We'll get these guys into interviews once they're done. As long as Curbs keeps it clean to the end, should be taking the W.
It's like maybe possible to 1-0, but very unlikely.
Oh, before we get these guys in here, as Curbs is finishing up, what's the big takeaway from this win on Curbs' side?
Just consistency. Curbs is just very good at being able to pull off all the tricks that he needs to do to keep a lead.
All going into these pillars now to finish it up.
Fortunately missing one of the fireballs on the early pillar. Still able to get it down pretty quickly.
Guesses are coming out in chat. Wow, so close to a 100.
Yeah.
So
Like
close. 101.02.
Yep.
Curbs inside MiiWii gonna be finishing up now as well. Maybe a 104 on MiiWii's side.
Hard for me to say right now. The way I figured it out before was you add about 2 minutes from the Bowser capture.
A little bit of a booty burn on MiiWii's side. Uh-oh, 1 health. Has to be careful.
He's fine.
Oh, but misses the grab there on the hat.
That is not fun. Okay, able to get it that time. Bowser not gonna hop away from him.
Final punches in.
Yeah, so a good escape sequence is about 2 minutes, counting from the moment that you capture Bowser.
Mid 104 is possible. And high 104, low 105. Any mistakes are made. Yeah, nice way that. Oh, XD skip. MiiWii pulling it off. The memes out in chat. LilKirbs showing off some of that after game, after any percent stuff. Talking to Mrs. Goomba. MiiWii taking care of these pillars now. Got that first pillar. Going after the third pillar right away. Interesting strat. Couple more shots here. We'll be finishing up 104. Definitely solid on MiiWii's side. We'll see if we can get these guys into chat for some interviews, but as Troy was saying, MiiWii picking up some points with that 104.38. Points will be updated if you check out exclamation point brackets later on down the line. We've got both guys into chat though now. GG's to both of you. Big GG's to LilKirbs on the win.
Thank you.
Let's talk about that early game for you, Kirbs. Early mistake there with the pillar. Can you kind of talk about what happened there exactly?
So I believe you're talking about what happened with Dram. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when I had the right setup for everything, I got the crate, I had the right timings, but I actually missed the spin pound going off the moon. But to get over to that pillar, you need a lot of, like, you have to go really fast because the bullet bill runs on a really tight timer. So even missing that spin pound, I wasn't too sure if it was going to make it or not. Unfortunately, it didn't, so I just went for a backup moon, the Flowing Sands moon or whatever, and just went from there. But
and just how did you?
Okay. Sorry, my mic wasn't working.
No worries. And Kirbs, just overall, how did you feel about your run?
I don't know. I was pretty calm during the entire thing. Not too stressed about my mistakes. Just kept playing, and I had fun.
Good. MiiWii, how did you feel about your run?
Well, that was the definition of a bunch of small mistakes and then a big mistake. It's the death and loss. I haven't practiced. The last thing I practiced a bunch was Lost, so I felt pretty confident in Cage Triple. I did like 2 runs, and I got it the run before. I got like a 103.10 before this as practice.
You nearly
so,
had it.
yeah, it was just a bit of messing up the actual triple jump part.
Wait, what'd you get?
I got a what? I messed up the triple jump.
No, I thought you said you got a PB at some point or something.
Oh no, I got 103.10. It was
okay,
6
103.10.
seconds off PB. Yeah. Yeah, I did, and I could easily beat my PB if I just don't make a bunch of mistakes. Yeah, I just need to. I don't. The only problem with like making a bunch of small mistakes instead of some big mistakes in certain spots is like since you're making a lot of small mistakes everywhere, it's harder to figure out what do I practice.
Right.
Because, yeah, when I'm making mistakes in like every kingdom, like it's too hard to practice all of that. I mean, I guess you could say no resets.
Or just
Is
movement.
better. Yeah, just movement. I'm definitely gonna work on that.
Big question for both of you guys, and maybe you can start off with this, but obviously first part of the season here. What did you guys do to prepare for this first race?
I did 2 no reset runs before the race. First one was like a high 104. Second one was a low 103.
And LilKirbs?
Well, Rise the Dark Side tournament, and then I actually took like a month break from the game because that's when Mario Maker 2 came out, and I've been on that grind. But I started playing like 2 weeks ago, I think, and I've just been doing like light practice, no resets every once in a while. And so far, I've been doing okay. I think my best is like a 10017, so that puts me in a decent spot, but still looking to improve.
Yeah.
So Jonas, do you have anything for them?
I'm not Patronis, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, not my bad. Troy, I'm so
No, it's
sorry.
cool. That's cool. Ultimately, I feel like both of you would probably do for PBs very shortly. So hopefully, we can see some big stuff out of both of you players. Kirbs, congratulations on the win.
GG.
Thank you.
Anything else you guys want to say to the viewers before we go?
Coin flip game.
All right
Coin
then.
flip game. Okay.
All right. Well, that'll be it for us here at GSA. Thank you so much again to both these guys, LilKirbs, GG's on the win. But that'll be it for us and for tonight. In fact, we've got a full schedule though of stuff going on. Nothing Tuesday or Wednesdays on the schedule yet, but a full jam-packed day of SM64 and Celeste on Thursday. Make sure to check out the schedule, exclamation point schedule in the chat, exclamation point bracket, see where your favorite runners are at, exclamation point merch to check out the merch, sweet shirts and hoodies. That Speedrun bag, of course. Exclamation point YT and exclamation point YouTube for the YouTube channel. All the reruns and some clips are on there. If you missed a run or if you just want to rewatch something, it's all on there. Make sure to subscribe. But that'll be it for us. Troy, thank you so much for joining me in the booth. It was such a pleasure.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right.
I'm tired.
Well, time to get some rest. Have a good rest of your night. Make sure to stay tuned for more stuff here at GSA. But thank you so much for joining us once again, and have a fantastic night.
Night.